Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. I really want to sort of bring together the last 3 days, if I could. On Monday, I had John Rapley, an economist, talk about a lot of the failings of our current governmental system, banking system, central bank system, etc., where he was really suggesting that we need to let market forces play out. We need to ensure that we've got growth, prosperity, productivity, and that too many of the things that we've been doing of late have just been insulating change that needs to take place. And it's been, the way he described it, socialization for the rich and powerful, and capitalism for the rest of us, such that if bad things happen, the vast majority of us get hit by it, but the rich, the powerful, the banks, etc., have protection, have socialism. And then on Tuesday, Rosemary Thompson from Coalition for a Better Canada talked about how the vast majority of us are in the center of the political spectrum. We don't have a growth agenda. We don't have a prosperity agenda. Real personal per capita incomes, median per capita incomes haven't grown over the course of the last decade, and how we need to have government really pay attention to a lot of these growth, prosperity, productivity issues, research and development issues, innovation issues, such that we actually can grow, such that we can fund a lot of the social programs that we have. And then today, Scott Sims, who talked about Canadian Pearson Centre for Progressive Public Policy, but also about his experience in politics that has become very partisan, very political, very polarized. Sounds like a lot of peas, and not terribly constructive, where people don't listen with two ears, but just talk, and try to create sound bites and win at all costs, such that it's always a win-lose, not a win-win. And there's very little cross the aisle, cross the house collaboration, working together, sharing victories, trying to go out and, as he said, have drinks like he used to, even though he had great debates with his fellow politicians from Newfoundland. I think something's wrong in our political system. And maybe we just have always had this to a certain extent, or maybe it's a natural outgrowth of what's going on, or maybe we've adopted it by copy from Fox News, CNBC, the United States, Trump, etc., and populists around the world. And I worry that Scott's right, that Facebook, that social media, echo chambers, limited local media, such that we get too many people get their media from Facebook and from questionable sources. And we spend all of our time living in these communities, these echo chambers that don't listen to one another. And we don't come to good points of view, and we don't collaborate, we don't cooperate, we don't get any synergy in our society, and we're not addressing our problems because of that. And we end up having programs that are just, to win one side versus another side, rather than really focusing on what we need to focus on, which is economic growth, prosperity, productivity, growing incomes, growing happiness, such that we can pass on a better world to our kids, and at the same time create that money that we can use to invest in climate change technologies and green tech and social programs and healthcare policies that we so desperately need. So I think that we've got to do something. And I think that this inquiry into the Emergency Measures Act, where he said that this was a failure of politics, hopefully is a canary in the coal mine, that we've got to do politics better. We've got to do governing better. We've got to do budget making and government expenditure and government running better. Otherwise, we're just going to be stagnant. And who wants that? Anyway, my couple of cents worth on the last couple of days. That's the show for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.